Oh boy. Here we go. Peak 90s. Ooh. This is just the opening cutscene, but this, I think this might be the demo disc that I had when I was a wee little lad. This is the PlayStation Interactive Sampler Volume 3. The samplers were yeah, I think this is it. Awesome. Oh, I'm so glad I got this. This is going to be very nostalgic for me. But the samplers on the PlayStation 1, they had come with a demo disc that had, well, obviously a whole bunch of demos and a handful of videos. And like a month or two ago, I did a video playing Sampler 7. And so I think there were like 2 a year or something like that. Because I had this sampler. This is kind of spoiling everything that's in the game or on the disc. And I got the my console towards the end of 96. So I won in a contest for Christmas. Oh yeah. Okay, let's start right up in the corner. So Ridge Racer Revolution. Oh, I forgot that I jumped right to Analog Stick. This demo disc came out like 2 years before the analog sticks were added to the PlayStation controller. So wishful thinking.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh boy, that was good timing there.
Okay, the final lap.
I remember that was pretty awesome. Oh boy, this thing. Just seeing that plane fly by, that helicopter dipping down. Oh, come on. That helicopter dipping down, then rising up as you drove under it. Like, it doesn't look like much right now, especially with these old blocky graphics, but that was so awesome. And honestly, for the most part, this has a decently, it's somewhat simplistic, so it doesn't look awful. When you slow down, everything gets really jagged, but when you're driving by pretty fast, like, the trees don't look as bad. The cars are, I mean, they're made out of, what, like a dozen polygons, so they look nice and smooth. Not rounded at all. We didn't have that kind of power yet.
Keep it up.
But there's something about simplistic graphics that aged well. And a lot of early 3D did not age well. So some of the more simplistic looking games, that definitely helped a lot. An actually fantastic example of oops, come on, timing. There we go. Fantastic example of simplistic aging well. Mario 64 had a very simplistic art style, and it helped that game actually look surprisingly good for how early it was in 3D. This game, the reason why I did it's nice. It's set up the way it is, like oh boy. Oh crap. I was trying to pull back. But anyways, having the levels, so like going around curves and up and down hills, so you're constantly limiting your viewing distance. it allowed them to have decent looking characters with textures. Because there are a lot of games in this time frame, like Mario 64. It had these larger open levels and like no textures or hardly any textures at all. Same thing for. Ooh. Nice. Forgot about that. Look at me. Look at me. Bubsy 3D anyways, also on the PlayStation. They decided to go absolutely zero textures. So like they had smoother graphics than a lot of their contemporaries. But their game also looked really bland and boring. Oh crap, bad timing. Actually a good example of why, oh, I'm dying. I'm not going for that. I have plenty of lives. I don't trust my timing. But anyways, okay, good. A good example of the viewing distance allowing for textures and halfway decent character models. There's a lot of games at this time, and you'll see that when I'm playing like Tekken. Here, there's Tekken 2 demo on here. The joints on a lot of characters have breaks in them. It was very common. All right. So Crash having like being very smooth at like the shoulders, elbows, and knees was actually pretty impressive for this time. Simpler times, my friends. Simpler times. That butterfly is on nothing right now. Hey, babe. Wasn't quite close enough. Come on. There we go. And I missed one box because I was too chicken. Well, technically 3 boxes because there were 2 dynamite boxes. Alright, let's play some football. Okay, tackle, burst, hurdle, dive, hike, lob pass, bullet pass. That's all I need to know. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Alright, what we got? Well, receive, because I'm bad at these games, so I want a chance to have the ball. I was already reaching for an analog stick. Sure. Okay. Oops, that's not okay. Sure. Oh, come on. Oh, crap. Oh boy. what it is. Said prevent. I don't think we prevented much there. I saw the word blitz. What's eagle? Well, it's always good to flush things. Oh, we got cheerleaders. Five-man go. Sure. I don't think I'm going to get the ball back. That should have been offsides, but we'll go for it. Risk. And I believe that's the game. Oh, I stopped him from getting a touchdown. Yay, me. One of the problems was, you have to, like, either tap the X or hold down the X, and then the symbols will appear. Oh, jeez, this game. Then the symbols will appear over the, the player, or well, under the players, actually. So I'm sitting there staring at them, like, oh, there's the X, and I go to hit it, and then I see, oh, my guy's down, never mind. Like, oh, there's a triangle. Oh, I just gave them oh, crap, what do they call that? Fielding? I don't remember. Whatever it is when they drive you back to your own. Jeez. Kindergarten. Oh, boy. I played this game not too long ago, and, sure. I wasn't overly impressed with it. It seems really annoying. What the? Hold on. Oh boy. Okay. So this is a different mode than what I'm used to. Okay, I got the crystal. Whew. Yay me. Okay. Thank you. Is there no, like, versus mode? Oh no. The crystal blew up too. Is it going to say not so well done? Too bad. So they just aren't going to play, huh? It's the simple joys in life. Watch out, boys. I just want to make everyone blow up once and then I'm exiting. I'm enjoying that way too much.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, that's enough of this game. Playing the real game was super frustrating. It is such a confusing mess. I just happened to look at that picture in the background. I was trying to. It looks like a hand and coming out of a mouth or something. But yeah, a little while back, I did a video on the actual game, and I did not enjoy it at all. I feel like, well, maybe it was. I don't know that this was the exact demo disc I had. Maybe. But there was another, well, we'll see. Maybe it's, I know I had 2 Extreme. I don't know. I don't remember having, no, it's not. Because I don't think I had the rally game. I think I only had 1 football game, not 2. And right here, one of these was like a King of Fighters game. That was like my introduction to the King of Fighters franchise. This was not the 2 Extreme demo I had. It was one on a street. So this is interesting. Oh, hit the wrong button for jumping. Come on. There were 3 of these games.
Get some air. Get some air.
Yeah, the one I had was going down a street, and you could hit people who were crossing the road. You were on a skateboard, so it played basically identical to this. I thought it was another aiming a mobile. Oh dear. So I'm trying to remember. Because when I did the Volume 7, I looked up to see what one I had. And, oh, okay, that's how I use it. Was there like a 3.5 or something? Unless like Volume 4 had like a lot of the same demos that Volume 3 had, I don't know. So I was looking forward to finding the one that I'd had previously.
Get some air.
There we go. That's what I was looking for last time. Anyways, there's a this first-person like game where you're like in a little craft in a tunnel, and I was trying to remember what game it was. Ah, Pondry! I think I've lost.
150.
How long is this race?
250.
I remember the street one was really long also, but I was a child. So even though I could tell that it wasn't an amazing game, I still was having fun. Yeah, I don't remember if the one I had, I know it had hockey. I'm trying to remember if it had a demo of Jet Moto or if it had the actual, or just a video like this one does. I think my favorite hockey game will always be, oh crap, what am I? Where am I? Who am I? Okay, crap. Anyways, my favorite hockey game will probably always be like ice hockey on the original Nintendo. Oh crap. Good job, whoever you were. Puck out of play. Someone sent an ambulance to whoever that hit. Ray Shepard. We must be the home team. There's a lot of booing. Hey, look at that! I scored! These character models are atrocious. Where's my goalie? Did I accidentally switch my goalie and drive him out of there? I think I did. Oops. Sorry. Icing. What? No, get in the... Stop selecting the goalie. Come on, Krupp. Never mind. Yeah! We're still in this. Good job, Peter. No assistance for him. What? Apparently I don't know hockey. I've heard of icing. Yes! I'm really enjoying this. What? Is that the end? Oh, ending on a tie. At least I held my own. Did a little better than I did in football. Tekken 2. That's not a good sign. Alright, trying this again. Hey, look at that. I sent a description of this franchise once to a friend. There's a page I follow on Facebook that Sorry, just looking at some notifications. Let me jump find it. Anyways, they do a lot of like various things in like styles of animes. It's like or anime characters in the style of Disney or stuff like that. But oh, how far back is it? Such a great game. All right. So yeah, the thing on Facebook, it was showing like images of fathers holding up children, and so there was a picture of Kazuya holding up Jin, and like my friends, they told me which picture of the group was their favorite, and so I told them my favorite was the Tekken one. The Tekken pick should have been the previous generation. Basically, let's see. Heihachi, Kazuya's father, killed his father to take over the family empire. Then Heihachi threw Kazuya as a child off a cliff because if you want to be my heir, you got to be strong or some crap. Kazuya survived, grew up, and threw his dad off the same cliff. Heihachi survived and threw Kazuya into a volcano. Jin showed up, and Heihachi welcomed him, and then had him gunned down. Jin survived being shot because his father's devil gene, long story, had knocked Heihachi through a wall. Some evil corporation found Kazuya's DNA and cloned him. The clone attacked Heihachi, lifted him to be blown up. Somehow both Heihachi and his dad returned. I don't remember what happened, but Jin wins. Jin, who has always been viewed as a good guy, starts World War III in hopes of awakening the ancient god. He hoped that God would be powerful enough to kill him and the devil gene. Oh, and Akuma from Street Fighter shows up to kill Heihachi. Sadly, that rushed recap leaves out at least 5 characters from that family. I really didn't mean for this post to be that long, but once I got going. Alright. I like June. Or Jun, how you pronounce it.
Round 1.
As a kid, I always just pronounced it June. Okay, let's see. Come on. I'm trying to remember. I used to know a handful of combos.
Hey, yo. You win. Round 2. Fight.
That was a little better. Ah, crap. I was going for a throw. That's not the throw button. There we go. Hold on, let me throw you. Olé. I wanted to see what my other throw was. I think she does an arm breaker. I can't remember if she's the person who does that.
You lose.
Yeah, I did.
Final round. Fight.
Nope. Throw him. There. That's. I just wanted to see the other throw. 51-51.
You continue.
Now let's go check out the other guy really quick. And I won't get caught up on throws. There we go, Yoshimitsu. Although Tekken 3 is my favorite look for Yoshimitsu.
Round 1. Fight!
Oh, that would have taken away like a ton of his health. No, that's not what I wanted to do. He does like a backflip, and I can't remember how to do it.
Hey, yo!
He's actually a pretty complicated character. There's a bunch of stances and everything. I'm not a good fighting game player, so it was always kind of like a base level knowledge with him.
Fight!
Is there a way to lay down? Yep. Remembering some stuff with him. Yeah, I almost did a trouble there. I don't remember it.
Hey, yo!
Oh, I did the backflip finally.
You win!
Tekken was like the game that kind of made me hate when we got to like PlayStation 3 and is there an exit or... Anyways, when we got to like PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 and DLC, which in a limited capacity did exist before, but that was when it really exploded. And suddenly now there's no more unlockable things in most video games. You just, oh, look at all these skins you can have. Just go over here and buy them. Oh, look at this extra mode. Just go over here and buy it. And it was really frustrating. Like Tekken, they're like, oh, look at all these DLC characters you can get. I'm like, yeah, but when Tekken first, like the first handful of games, you would start the game with half the characters, and every time you beat the game, you would unlock another character, and then there would be some random secret characters buried in there. So, like, you would start the game with, like, 10 characters, and you would finish the game with, like, 26. I miss unlocking things. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Okay, there. Look at me, I can... Wow, there's a lot of views. Oh, it just goes all the way, and then you have to, like, hit a different button to go back. Kilometers per hour, huh? Oh boy. Oh boy, Ferrari doesn't like grass. That's actually a pretty decent detail. The dirt spread on the tires, and then I had to be back on the pavement for like 2 seconds for it to come off. Well, at least I'm not in last. Okay, I still have control of the shifter. I was trying to crash him. I can use him to occur, that helped. I think I found the E-brake. Oh boy. Still not in last. Look at me, look at me. So I guess there was a racing game back in the arcade days, like early arcade days. Well, I guess mid-arcade days. So like late 80s, early 90s. Probably would have been early 90s. I think it might have been a Formula One racing game. And it had these smooth transitions between cameras. Like, this kind of like snaps. But in that game, it would just like flow from one camera angle to the next. Like taking a second or two. And I guess they put a patent on it so no one else could have these smooth, like flowing transitions from one camera to the next. They had to just kind of jump cut to it. And that was in one of Larry Bundy Jr.'s videos. Good old Guru Larry. Oops, wrong button. Kind of like it when YouTubers have like a nickname besides their channel title. You get funny looks, like I was talking about It's a Gundam. They're like, oh yeah, I learned that from It's a Gundam. Good old Papa Gundam. Of course, I was talking to this like, who? I don't want time extended. I want to end this. Shell gas. I'll take it. I don't remember if I mentioned it, but based on the loading screen when I had to restart the console, it looks like this might be 3.5. So I'm wondering if this is the one after the one I had. If I just had 3 or what. Oh. Okay, we're in manual. And we're using analog sticks. Okay. Okay. I don't do manual in video games very often. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think it just started in second. Yeah, starting in second's not too bad. Wait, you automatically go back to first? Now it's... Okay, so now it's like partial. Oh boy. Yay, car damage. So it... Well, I'm not good at rally games. So it's shifting for me. Oh my word. Those are some big splashes. Sounds wonderful. Oh, I used to drive a manual a lot. I haven't driven one in a while. Had one in high school, and then I've driven like a few different friends, driven their manuals. So I used to have a lot of experience with it, but the one I had, the some kind of linkage on the shifter broke on my way to school, and you know, like the first thing I noticed is that I did not have first gear, and I was on my way to pick up a friend, take him to school. Like, I didn't have first gear. Like, well, that's fine. I can start from second gear. It's not too hard. And then, like, I get to his road, and I find that I don't have fifth gear because it was a 5-speed manual. I'm like, okay, well, I can do fine in fourth gear. I pull into his driveway, he climbs in, and I don't have reverse. So we push my car. It was a tiny little car, so it wasn't hard to push it, but we push it out of his driveway. And I didn't have fourth gear, so I drove to school in third gear. He found me partway through school. He's like, hey, I found a ride home, so you don't need to worry about it. I told him I don't blame you. So I get out to my car, and I grab this shifter, and there's like no pressure on it whatsoever. I can literally just grab it and spin it in a circle. It is stuck in third gear. Let me tell you, starting in third gear is not easy. I was sitting there revving it up because every time I'd I'd hit the clutch and then I'd go press the, and like, why am I going backwards? I'd hit the clutch and like try to go into gear, and it would just stall. I stalled it like 3 times. And, I'm in a parking lot of other people trying to leave, so it's not like I can just like floor it out of there to try to keep the RPMs up. So now I'm just like revving it like crazy while partially holding down the clutch to control how fast I'm going. And like, I'm going to exit this soon. Oh, I think I might be on the one more lap. It looks like 405. Okay. My fellow students are kind of walking by me, and they're just kind of looking at me like, look at this guy trying to act all cool, flooring it with his tiny little engine. It was a Tempo. I had a 4-banger in it. And I'm just there like, trust me, I'm not trying to look cool. I just want to go home. Yeah, it was a good day. And my dad went in there, found the broken link, welded it back together, and I never had another issue with the shifter. That car, like, I bought it off my brother. He did a ton of work on the engine, like replacing all the gaskets, cleaning everything out, bored it out a little bit, making it a little more powerful than it normally was. So it wasn't like a speed demon or anything, but that little Tempo had a bit of pep to it. The engine was great. It lasted until I moved out of state after high school. And yeah, my Tempo, the body was just rotted out. Like, I had a 2x4 under the driver's seat to keep it steady. My friends didn't believe me when I was trying to explain to them how bad it was. So I got on my hands and knees, reached underneath it, and just ripped out a chunk of the flooring. And there's like, you let us ride in there? So yeah. It would have been awesome if I had something else I could have dropped the engine into, but I didn't, so it was just, it sat there while I moved out of state. Like, I moved out of state right before spring, so I had to buy some other cheap piece of junk off the side of the road for my winter beater. And we came home one year and had, I took both cars to the, actually I think my dad might have taken the Tempo to the scrapyard. It's like one year the scrap prices were extremely high. Ooh, he almost flipped. And then the next time we visited, we took my winter beater, was a Crown Vic. Took that to the scrapyard. That one, everything had seized up. I couldn't get the trunk to unlock, so I had to bust it open with like a crowbar. Everything was power in there, and it was really hot because we visited during summer. So I had to chuck a rock through the window to get some air flowing through there. The wheels were all seized up. We had to kind of break them free. There had been a bunch of like grease or whatever from the brakes that kind of leaked down on it, and so it heated up and like the tire lit on fire. My brother came to a stop, and I'm kind of noticing heat waves in like the front passenger corner of the car. My brother comes running back. I'm like, hey, am I on fire? He's like, yes, you are. I'm like, all right. for some stupid reason that I don't remember why and I can't explain, we had a bottle of carbonated lemonade, and we didn't have any water, so my brother poured the carbonated lemonade on the tire to put out the fire, and that smelled awful. It lit on fire a second time, but this time it was much smaller, so I took a second to snap a picture of it. Now we'll go tails again. Oh no, it was heads. Okay, yep. Packers, slackers! Where am I? Okay, I'm way over there. It's my time for redemption. Butler. I probably shouldn't have taken over. I might have actually tackled him if I didn't take over. Oh, sure, now. All right. Well, that went well. Yep. Come on. Take it. Take it. Take it. Howard. Baby. All right. At least I passed it. I'm very proud of myself right now. No. Go! I'm sitting here holding the buttons. Well, you know what? I did better that time. I had one person get a hand on the ball and move. So I feel accomplished. Yeah! Look at that! I tackled someone. I'm so much better at pro ball than in that college ball. Good try, Williams. I believed in you. Oh, man. Game over. I'll take it. I took 2 steps forward with the ball and I tackled 2 people. MVP right here. Alright, got a couple videos and then we'll look for secret demos. I love this game. Man, I would love to see a new entry in this series. We have some games that are similar. And I know there's plenty of like snowmobile or jet ski games that are plenty of fun. But there was just something that was cool about this. The trick system, the grapple for the tight turns, the suicide courses. Just as you saw, like going over these big gaps. the 90s too. Mountain Dew endorsements. This franchise was so much fun. They've made the first two games playable on, oh jeez, the Nightmare Track. The first two games are playable on like up to PlayStation 5. I wouldn't mind seeing them pull out the third game. It was a different studio, but it was still like Sony owned. Like the first two games were made by Single Track when they were a first party studio, or first party or second party, either way it was a Sony owned franchise. And then when Single Track left, they moved it to another one of their studios, 989. So there should be no reason whatsoever that Sony couldn't bring Jet Moto 3 to modern consoles. Crap, in all honesty, I wouldn't mind seeing them bring Twisted Metal 3 and 4. I know those games aren't exactly loved. I think there's some good stuff in them. And they definitely have their fans. So I think it'd be worth it to bring them to modern consoles. This was such a good game. I gotta do a video playing this game. Was so great, and the original tracks in all the Twisted Metals that were made by the original team, like the Single Track, or the original creators, I suppose, Single Track, Incog, and Eat Sleep Play, all those had like original music in them, and there were some really fun songs. The 989 ones had a whole bunch of Rob Zombie and a couple other metal groups, which actually was fine because that's kind of what got me into Rob Zombie in the first place. Okay, let's we'll start at the top and look for bonus. Okay. Okay, so tell me how to unlock up. Okay. So you can get some bonus cars in Ridge Racer. That's cool that there's interesting. There's actual like passwords and unlockables in the demos. Huh, cool.
Aliens have invaded Earth, and they're planning to wipe out the entire human population, city by city. Based on this summer's most anticipated film event, Independence Day utilizes stunningly realistic 3D flight simulation to allow players to fly the world's most sophisticated aircraft, from F-18s to Soviet MiGs. Defend the Earth from the invading alien force. Independence Day. The battle begins.
So the director for that movie, I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. He's done a bunch of disaster, like environmentalist movies and stuff like that, but almost all of his movies involve just like massive destruction. And apparently he was nervous because he's German, and oops. There we go. Oh, okay. I'll finish my story in a second.
My name is Calypso. Exactly 1 year ago, on Christmas Eve, my Twisted Metal contest destroyed the City of Angels. Down below, life has come to a halt as survivors struggle to stay alive.
Calypso! Calypso, what have you done? What have you done?
With the city awash in flame, nothing left to destroy. I face a dilemma. Where will this year's Twisted Metal contest take place? 14 of the world's best combat drivers have already been chosen, ready to battle to the death in hopes of becoming the victor and claiming whatever prize their brave hearts desire. But where will the contest be held? Oh, the world will be my battleground. Paris, Hong Kong, even Antarctica. There will be no safe zones this year, no places to hide. In the next 24 hours, the entire world will know my name. They will see my beautiful work of art firsthand. No one will be safe. I promise you that. Good luck, driver. Welcome to Twisted Metal.
I love that voice actor. Oh yeah, so the director for Independence Day, he was German, and he was worried that Americans would get upset at a German making a movie where the White House got blown up by aliens. And he's like, yeah, it turns out they were they were quite excited to see that building blow up. Like, yeah, we like disaster movies. Is this Jumping Flash?
Hello! Hello!
Oh, Jumping Flash too.
Are you the person who is in charge of the Universal City Hall? Good. This is the mad scientist Baron Aloha talking to you. Listen, Domkov, I have question for simple favor.
Jumping Flash 2!
I need to spend more time with this game. The first game is so awesome. I'm not nearly as good at the second game. That's something. Games are just pure fun. I feel like some challenging platforming and everything, but just pure fun. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, cool. Oh, that's weird. I remember the box art for this game, but I don't think I ever played it. Oh, that's kind of fun. I've always been a fan of, like, as I like to call him, itty bitty guy in a great big world. So having like the racetrack going over by like a lot of board games, like the chess pieces, and like then one on the pool table. That I really like the looks of that. Whether I want to play this kart racer just so I can see that one or maybe two levels, I'm not sure. Hey, maybe someday I'll check this out. It is kind of fun playing old kart racing games. Everyone was trying to capture the success of Mario Kart, and then especially after Mario Kart 64 came out, which I'm not sure if that was 96 or 97, but there was like an explosion of kart racers after 64. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh boy.
It's the year 2073. War has broken out between the World Federation and the corporate conglomerate Draken over mining rights on 3 of Jupiter's moons. Carnage Heart is a strategy game where you, the player, are the commander of the World Federation forces. Your mission is to capture the enemy bases by directing mechanized weapon units, known as overkill engines. There has never been a strategy game as deep and challenging as Carnage Heart. Not only can you design the hardware of the overkill engines, you can also design the software programming that determines how an overkill engine will behave in combat.
Interesting. I don't remember that game. At first, when they were describing the story, I thought it was going to be the Armored Core. I couldn't think of the name of it. What was it?
Total number 1. Characters designed by Akira Toriyama.
It's the Tobu number 1.
Features the ultimate in realism.
Ultimate in realism.
360-degree free movement battles.
So the first game was released in the US. The second game was Japan only. And then there was kind of a spiritual successor made by the same team, I believe, at least the same studio, called Erg Heist, which a lot of people remember that mainly because it had unlockable Final Fantasy VII characters in it. I really enjoyed Erg Heist, but I don't think it was very popular and definitely not well remembered. At least from what I've seen, maybe it became a cult classic.
Make your way through traps and fight vicious monsters as you move in to attack the dungeon.
See, in the Tobal games, you could unlock some of the monsters from these quests to use in the fighting game. So I think in like Tobal number 2, there was like
Square
70 or 100 unlockable characters, just tons, and like some of them were absolutely useless because it was like literally like every monster from the dungeons. Erg Heist, they kind of revamped the quest mode a little bit. Someday I'm going to do at least a couple videos on that because there's so many different modes, mini games, and whatnot. All right, let's see what this last thing is. Okay. Oh, this is for the actual game. The Secret Swamp level is actually from Jet Moto. I think it's Suicide Swamp. Yeah. And then you could also get, in the first Twisted Metal, there's Assault on Suburbia, which is like the biggest level. But when you went to multiplayer, it was just a very small section of it, like literally like maybe a fifth of the level. And it upset a lot of people because they wanted to explore this huge, it's like a small town with like a residential area, a very small business district, like a couple, not even a business district. There's like a a department store, like a church, a school, just a couple random little things, and people wanted to explore that with their friends, and it was just such a disappointment. So being able to unlock it and play the full thing, 2-player, in Twisted Metal 2 was really cool. Okay, well, that looks like that's everything, so thank you very much for joining me. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Until next time, my dear friends, until next time.